play-by-play analyst Stephen Ryan, and tonight we have game 1 of the 44+ division championship series between the Royals and the Woodpeckers. Leading off for the Royals is Ricardo Martinez. Jim Janis on the mound for the Woodpeckers. The Woodpeckers swept their way to a championship appearance, and the Royals played over merely a month ago, so we'll see if rust plays a factor. Jim Janis comes, set, delivers. Ball taken on the inside part of the plate, ball 1. 1-0 on Martinez. That ball catches the low part of the plate, 1-1. Ball misses high and outside. Not sure on that one. 2-1 on Martinez. That ball rips solidly into left field for a base hit. Martinez will be on first with a leadoff single. Got himself a 2-1 fastball that he grooved into left field. Coming up next for the Royals, Lucius Landing. Landing, the lefty, donning the number 3. He might be playing third base. We'll see here. Runner on first for the Royals. As Landing steps out of the plate, comes set again. Runner going, butt fake. Taking in there for a strike. He is in safely at second base. Oh, on the count. Oh, on the count to Landing. Janis comes set. Oh, 2 count to Landing with a runner in scoring position now. Bunt set down beautifully down the third base line. Runner will get to third. Toss it over to first. Tough play. He is safe. A beautifully laid bunt by Lucius Landing. And the Royals looking fresh as a daisy off the month's rest. COVID issues and all, looking healthy. Got Charles King. Another lefty. Got runners on first and third. Nobody away. Nobody out. Throw on over to first. Nothing doing. Tough, sticky situation here early on. Runner going to second. Ball taken there low. And he is in there safely due to the drop ball. One on the count to King. Swung on and missed. Evens up the count at 1-1. As Dunn goes and talks to Janis here. Curious of what they're discussing. Got a 1-1 count on King. The Royals have been they're looking sharp early on after their 3-week to month-long hiatus. No, it hasn't been that long. Ball taken outside. 2-1 count. That ball, throw back to third. Three 3-1 count to King. Call the outside part of the plate. Now the count runs full. Nobody out. You just want to make contact here. That ball ripped solidly. Gloved by the shortstop. Strong toss on over to first. They're going to trade the run for the out. Keep the runner at second. But the Royals take an early 1-0 lead here in game 1 of the championship series. And coming up next to the plate is Maurice Dorsey, donning the number 23. We love you, MJ. Runner on second, 1 away, 1-0 Royals. That ball stricken into deep left center field. Center fielder ranging, gloves it cleanly, and the runner will hold. That's a strong throw in from second. A strong throw in from the center fielder keeps the runner at bay. And that is the second out of the inning. Batting next for the Royals, Fernando Toomer. Fernando. Correct me when you get a chance. Playing with some right field tonight. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Has an RBI opportunity at hand. Could drive in the second run. Fernando. That ball popped in there for strike two. And Janish is 1 out away, 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning barely unscathed. You have to believe in the Woodpecker offense. That ball just misses. Just misses. 1-2 the count. That ball ripped sharply into left center field. It's going to fall for a base hit and roll all the way to the wall. Rounding third and heading home. Heading home is Landing. And Fernando has a double. An RBI double. 2-0 Royals early on. Fernando Toomer, a line drive double to the gap. Scores Dorsey from second or third. And the Royals are up 2-0. Coming up next is Luis Quezada. Quezada DHing tonight. Bad boy. That ball rolled softly to the first baseman. Blake grabs it, steps on the bag. And that will do it for the Royals here in the top of the first. But not before they scored 2 after a half inning. It's the Royals 2 and the Woodpeckers nothing. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We'll be back right after this. To the bottom of the first we go. Royals have an early 2-0 lead. But leading off for the Woodpeckers, number 18, Jack Keeler. Keeler in the postseason so far, that's only for the 34 Woodpeckers, hit .435 in the regular season. A staple in this Woodpecker lineup as ball one is taken. Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count to Keeler. Plenty of time for this Woodpeckers offense. That ball's low. 2-1 the count. That ball's in there for strike two. Two to Keeler. Ball ripped sharply back on the middle for a base hit. And Keeler will reach first base safely on the single up the middle. And coming up next for the Woodpeckers, Jack Newman.
Let's go.
Newman rolls one over foul. Ooh, that ball's in there for a strike.
Oh, fuck! Out there a little bit ago, they would have scored. Good takes.
Strike on the play. 0-2 to Newman.
Hey, batter loose. Come on. Let's go for 2 strikes, Jack. Come on, kid. Start moving that ball in and out, opening out.
Ball outside. 1-2 to Newman. Keeler on first. Nobody away. Ball outside as well. So 2-2 to Newman. That ball ripped into right field. Right field is over. And just foul. And we'll do that again. Diving attempt by the right fielder, but to no avail. Two count to Newman. Ball flared foul.
Everybody spray, kid. They don't know where you're going with it.
2-2 the count. The ball low. And now the count runs full on Newman. Keeler might get a head start here. And Newman works the walk.
Good boy.
Beautiful AB battling from the depths of 0-2. Coming up third for the Woodpeckers, number 40, Randy Dunnett. Dunnett playing some catcher tonight as well. Dunnett takes that one outside, ball one. The Woodpeckers are looking to answer immediately in response to their 2-0 deficit. Ball taken inside, 2-0 the count. Dunnett pops that one up. Catcher seems to be under it. Squeezes the leather on it. And that is the first out of the inning. An insequential infielders fly. And coming up next for the Woodpeckers, number 10, Rich Caparelli. We'll go by Rick. One away here. And ball catches the inside part of the zone. One on and missed. 0-2 the count. Rich up to the plate. Takes that outside. 1-2 the count. Takes that inside, evens up the count 2-2. Back-to-back batters have battled back to even the count. Newman drew a walk. That ball fouled away. And we'll do it again. We will run that back. Caparelli looking to at least scratch one across here. A base hit could score him. Out of the way. Way to stay with it. 2-2 the count. Caparelli steps back in. Ball taken high and inside. Cal Tate on the mound. Trying to work himself out of a doozy. One away. Ball ripped sharply through the hole into left field. Rounding third and heading home is Keeler. The toss home, and Keeler and safely. And the Woodpeckers cut the lead in half, down now trailing 2-1. On the RBI single by Rich Caparelli.
What happened when you go?
Keeler scores from second. Newman on second. Caparelli on first, and up next, number 9, Mike Clark. Only one away here. That ball catches the line of the zone. Had to be. Foul ball. Clark batting fifth in this or no, sixth. I can count now. Corey Blake to follow, followed by Dino Cristofaro. That ball ripped sharply to left field. That's going to fall base hit. He's going to hold Newman at third. And now the bases are loaded. The Woodpeckers threatening back here in the bottom of the first. Up to Corey Blake now. Only one away. Only one away here. Blake could tie or give them the lead on a hit here. Mike Clark ripped one sharply into left field for a base hit. Cal Tate pumped one in there for strike one. And ball's outside. 1-1 to Blake. That ball catches the inside part of the plate. 1-2 the count. Swung on and missed. And Blake goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. And coming up next, Dino Cristofaro. Base is loaded.
Come on, Dino, let's go. You got your looks. Come on, Dino, baby. Oh, Dino.
0-1 the count to Dino. Ball misses inside. Ball Chuck swung right into Tate's glove, and he escapes this near nightmare of a first. Only allowing one run, though. The bases were left loaded. To the top of the second we go. It's the Royals 2 and the Woodpeckers 1 right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. Second inning, the Royals have a 2-1 lead over the Woodpeckers here in Game 1 of the CNMSBL 44 Pacific Coast Division Championship Series. Janish back on the mound as Rick Malott leads off. Here in the top of the second, and that's a strike. That ball catches the low part of the zone. Ball rolled over to first, staying fair. Janice gloves it, tosses on over to first. And that will be the first out of the inning. Two tough first pitch takes. Forced that man's hand there. Malott grounds out to the pitcher as he tosses it on over to the first baseman. The 1-3 if you're keeping score at home. And coming up next, number 9, Marco Acevedo. Acevedo's looking to get a rally started here in the second. On attempt, pulled back. That ball catches the strike zone. 1-1 the count. One away here. Calling for Clark to come in. That ball chopped slowly to third. Glove can't handle it.
How can you not see that? Are you not watching? What are you watching?
Controversy here.
Come on! That's 0 for 2 on you.
Coming next is Glenn Russell. Number 6. Russell DHing tonight. Janish, sorry. Toss on over to first, nothing doing. Got one away here on the infield single. That ball pumps in there for strike one. Oh, 1 the count. To Russell. Ball throw back over to first. Nothing doing. Janice trying to keep this lead at 1. That ball is low. 1-1. Janish on the season. 3.80 ERA, 4-1 for the Woodpeckers. That ball ripped sharply into center field. Center fielder going back, gloves it cleanly, and throws it on back to second. That is the second out of the inning. 2 down now. And coming up next, Don Evans. That ball was well struck by Russell. Unfortunately, the center fielder made a great play. Runner fake taken off. That ball misses. 1-0. Runner taken off. He stumbles. Go back on over first. Lane tag. Runs the count to 2-0. Janice comes in. Run takes off. That ball is going to flare into right field for a base hit. Rounding second and heading to third is Acevedo. And now the Royals have runners at first and third with 2 away. Courtesy runner coming in for Evans. And now it's up to the second baseman, Alonzo Alfred, who can extend their 2-1 lead here with the base hit. Pumped in there for strike 1. Runner taking off for second, throwing down. Didn't get him, throwing back home. Oh, and he's called out.
Never made it to the base.
And he's called out to end the inning. What a beautiful toss by Jack Keeler back home.
Good job.
Applied the tag, and that gets the Woodpeckers out of the inning. To the bottom of the second we go. Woodpeckers trailing 2-1 right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We'll be back right after this. To the top of the third we go. Royals holding a 2-1 lead over the Woodpeckers. Apologize for the slight delay. Data management crisis. Hopefully we'll have enough data to watch send you guys the rest of the way. To the top of the third we go. Janish looking for a nice 1-2-3 inning. That ball bumped in there for a strike. Ball just misses. Up to the plate for the Royals. Number 2, Alonzo Alfred. That ball's low, 2-1. That ball fouled away. 2-2 the count. Swung on and missed. That ball tossed on down to third for the first out of the inning. On a beautiful K by Jim Janis. To the top of the order we go. Number 15, Ricardo Martinez. That ball misses just inside. What another count. That ball pumped in there for strike one. That ball popped up. Janice done it with a diving effort. Great tussle. Unfortunately, just couldn't get there.
Lied to you.
Ball ripped sharply to the shortstop, gloved cleanly. Strong toss to first. Got him.
Hey, baby, Eddie.
Eddie Sullivan playing a mean SS as he tossed that over to first for the second out of the inning. Coming up next for the Royals, number 3. Number 3, Lucius Landing. Looked in there for a strike. That ball just misses. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, in advance if this broadcast gets cut short. That ball is grounded sharply. Play for the third baseman. That ball bounced in there, rounding first and heading to second is Landing. And Landing will have himself a quirky double. As I was aforementioning, ladies and gentlemen, if this stream does seem to rapidly cut off, I do apologize in advance. Unfortunately, this little startup we have going is going to run out of data, thus run out of Wi-Fi, but I want to give you a heads up that we will continue to record the game and have the full game highlights posted for you tomorrow. So make sure you go check out our YouTube page at twitch.tv, not twitch.tv, and YouTube, type in CNMSBL TV, and you will see the game there. So I just want to apologize to all of you in advance. That ball's pumped in there for a strike. 2 away. Clark King up to the plate. That ball's pumped in there for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. The King. The ball missed somewhere. I don't know where, but all right. 1-2 count to King. Strike 3 call. Slightly delayed, but strike 3 nonetheless. To the bottom of the third we go. It's the Royals 2 and the Woodpeckers 1 right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We'll be back right after this. To the bottom of the third we go. Woodpeckers trailing 2-1 right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. Coming up next. Coming up next for the Woodpeckers, Mike Bell. That ball tossed in there. That ball pumped in there. Strike 1. That ball popped straight up on the infield. Tate gets under it, squeezes the leather. And that will be the first out of the inning. One away here in the bottom of the third. Jack Keeler comes up to the plate. That ball's pumped on the outside part of the plate. Strike 1 to Jack Keeler. 1 away here. That ball's in there for strike 2. That ball missed. Oh, and that ball missed it somewhere. Strike. Yay. What's a ball? What's a strike? Cal take come set the pitch. Out of the way. And we'll do it again. That ball skied into center field. Center fielder getting under, tracking it. Gloves it for the second out of the inning. Jack Newman up to the plate. That ball's bumped in there for strike one. Newman rolls it over, bare hands it, tosses on over to first. And that will do it for the Woodpeckers here in the third. To the top of the fourth, it's the Woodpeckers 1 and the Royals 2. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We'll be back right after this. To the top of the fourth we go. Royals 2, Woodpeckers 1. Leading off for the Royals, number 23, Maurice Dorsey. Jim Janis still on the mound. 2-1 ball game. That ball misses in there. Ball one. That ball's bumped in there for strike two. Swung on and missed. Strike two to Dorsey. One-two pitch to Dorsey. That ball ripped foul. And we'll do it again. Heads up in the crowd. That ball ripped sharply. Ball into left field. Rounding first and heading to second. Oh, and he's out at second. Strong throw from the left fielder. Guns Dorsey out to end the inning. For the first out of the inning. They just started. Big double gone wrong. A beautiful lace down the line from Dorsey. And now coming up to the plate is Fernando Toomer. Orlando Toomer. Orlando Toomer rolls that foul. Clean gloving by the first base coach. On the first strike of the inning. Janice steps off. Orlando facing an 0-1 deficit. That ball grounded sharply back up the middle. Loved by the shortstop, but not going to have a play. Eddie Sullivan stopped the ball. But nothing doing for him there. So Toomer reaches base safely. And comes to the plate next. Number 24, Luis Quezada. That ball pumped in there for strike one. One away, one on. Top four. Woodpeckers Royals. That ball grounded sharply. Gloved by the shortstop. Tossed on to second for one. Back to first. Had to come off the bag. But got the lead out. And that is the second inning. Eddie Sullivan ranging to his right. Had a long toss to second there. Flipped it over. Got the job done. And Toomer technically remains on first due to the courtesy runner. Coming to the plate next, number 7, Rick Malott. Janice comes set. Thanks that in there for strike one. 0-1. Toss on over to first, nothing doing. As Toomer remains there. Malott playing some catcher this evening. Here in game 1 of the championship series. The Woodpeckers coming in as the number 1 seed. That ball scorched foul. And that will run the count to 0-2. 0-2 count to Malott. Runner going. That ball lifted into left field. Slicing foul. Foul ball on the play. We'll just run this 0-2 back one more time. Oh, 2 count to Malott. Time called. Lott's got the 0-2 advantage. Disadvantage. Janish has the 0-2 advantage. That ball grounded sharply. Ooh, through the third baseman's leg. Tough play. Tough play there. Played a funky hop on him. And now there's runners on first and second.
Let's go.
And coming up next to the plate is number 9, Marco Acevedo. Swung on foul. 0-1 count. Acevedo with an excellent RBI opportunity at hand. Janish got the first two batters he faced to go up quietly. But now the Royals are striking. That ball grounded sharply foul. And that will even up the count. So that'll run the count 0-2. Got 0-2 to Acevedo. That ball ripped sharply, caught by Janish to end the threat. Halfway home, ladies and gentlemen, after the half of the ball game. It's the Royals 2 and the Woodpeckers 1 right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We'll be back right after this. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Leading off for the Woodpeckers, number 40, Randy Dunnett. Close ball game so far. Pitchers duel Cal Tate versus Jim Janish. And so far, both have been pretty good. Randy Dunnett lifts that one high into left field. Left fielder's under it. Loves it. Looks like the left fielder lost that ball in the lights for the first out of the inning. You don't like a pitch, you see it, so you just go for it. That's one away here. And coming up next for the Woodpeckers, number 10, Rich Caparelli. Ball outside. That ball ripped sharply into left field. Left fielder's on it. Gloves it on the line. Sounded like a hard hit ball by Caparelli, but it was caught by the left fielder for the second out of the inning. Coming up next for the Woodpeckers, number 9, Mike Clark. Mike Clark catches one on the outside part of the plate. That ball ripped sharply into right field, and that's going to be a base hit. Tossed back on over to first, and that's going to airmail him. Beautiful backup by the catcher. And Clark is safe on first. Coming up next to the plate is Corey Blake, number 9. Ball foul. 0-1 to Blake. That ball misses inside. 1-1 the count to Blake. Look back on over to first. Nothing doing for Cal Tate. That ball's high and inside. 2-1 the count to Blake. There were 2 quick outs in the inning. And that base hit to right field by Mike Clark. That ball grounded softly to the third baseman. Rounding second and heading to third. It's going to be Clark. Because no one's on third base. Woodpeckers are threatening here. 2 away. Got Dino Cristofano up to the plate.
Hey, big Bessie, let's go. Grab that ball, kid.
That ball gets high for ball 1. That ball's pumped in there for strike 1 to even up the count of 1 apiece. Runners on first and third for Cristofano.
Hey, Rich.
Ball's low, nothing doing. 2-1 the count. Battling up there, Dino has an excellent opportunity to tie this ball game. Count 8 comes set. That ball catches the inside part of the plate. 2-2 the count to Cristofano.
Oh, Richie Red. No.
Runner going to second, ball high. And he hesitated. Don't know what we got going on there, but runner advance takes second base.
Hey, big base hit.
As the count runs full.
Hey, right up the middle, Dino. Come on.
That's ball 4. And the bases are now loaded for the Woodpeckers. Coming up next to the plate is number 7, Joe Caparelli. Caparelli can not only tie the game, but give his team the lead here in the bottom of the fourth. It is the 4th. Cal Tate has found himself in trouble before and has still only held this potent Woodpecker offense to 1 run. The ball's low, nothing doing. Be 1-0 to Joe Caparelli.
Nobody, Rich.
The ball's inside. 2-0 to Joe.
Green spot, 7.
And that ball catches the low inside part of the plate. Runs the count to 2-1. That ball fouled away, and we'll even it up. We got a 2-2 count. 2 away. Cal Tate versus Caparelli.
2 out, 2 out.
Lots of momentum hinging on this moment. And that ball's inside. Count runs full. And the man. Count runs full. Runners are going. And that's ball 4. And this ball game is tied.
Come on, Ray. Right man, right spot, dude.
Mike Clark trots in from third. And the Woodpeckers have evened this one up at 2. And now have an opportunity to blow this one open. Ray Castro, with an excellent RBI opportunity at hand, could give the Woodpeckers the lead. The only thing Jim Janis is looking for, swung on and missed. Strike 1. Okay, Ray Castro, I got your name right this time. Swung on and missed. But if we're gonna look like this, 0-2 count. Swung on and missed, and Castro goes down swinging, but not before the Woodpeckers tied at 2 apiece after 4. It is the Woodpeckers 2 and the Royals 2 right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We'll be back right after this. To the top of the 6th we go. Squared away at 2 apiece. The Woodpeckers tied it on a bases loaded walk in the bottom half of the 4th. Stepping up to the plate for the Royals, number 6, Glenn Russell. Excellent game 1 we have on here. Jim Janis, the pitch. Hold the bunt in there and calls him for strike 1. Gets the advantage early. Okay then. 1-1 count to Russell. Swung on and missed. That is gonna be 1-2.
Out there, Big Jim.
1-2 to Russell. That ball grounded sharply, and it will go foul. We'll run it back, 1-2.
Here we go.
That ball's low. The count will even up at 2-2. That ball ripped sharply back up the middle for a base hit. And Glenn Russell is aboard. Leadoff hitter aboard for the Royals as they look to answer back here in the top of the 5th. Coming up next for the Royals, number 20, Don Evans. Evans tries to bunt it, and that one just a little too far out of play. He'll be down 0-1.
Go, Big Jim.
Runner on first for the Royals. It's Russell. Evans thinking about laying down another bunt. Ball gets down. Janis gloves it. He's going to go 2. Got him out at second. Back to first. Throw goes wide. And it looks like Don Evans is going to end up on second regardless. But there will be a second out. There will be another out in the inning. The first one. Batting next for the Royals, Alonzo Alfred. Playing some second bag as well. Alonzo has a RBI opportunity at hand with only one away here. Ball grounded sharply. Clean glove by the third baseman. Looks him back. Strong toss to first. And that is the second out of the inning. Beautiful play by the third baseman to glove that ball cleanly and stare down Russell to make sure he doesn't advance any further. Coming up next for the Royals. Number 15, the leadoff hitter, Ricardo Martinez. Playing some left field as well. My ball misses somewhere for ball one. There's two away here. Runner on second. That ball ripped sharply up the middle. Diving stop by the shortstop. Eat it, holding it.
Stop, Eddie, save a run, kid.
Eddie Sullivan keeping a run alive. He may not. That's the beauty of that play right there. Eddie Sullivan diving to his left. Prevents that ball from going into the outfield. Thus only allowing the runner to advance to third base. And there's going to be a meeting at the mound for Jim Janish. I'm not sure what they're here to discuss, but looks like it's something very important. Meeting adjourned. Two away here. And coming up next is Lucius Landing. He's a tough at bat. Ball high.
If I would have been able to put him in the freezer, they would probably still be good. It's like a big, like, crush. So it feels.
Go back over to first. Nothing doing. Ooh, close play. That runner at first is tempting for Janish. He's got a 1-0 count here. Oh, my ball missed. 2-0 the count on Lucius Landing. Where a base hit here gives the Royals the lead. That ball's high. The count runs 30. That ball pumped in there for strike one. 3-1 count to Landing. who's looking to give the Royals the lead. Runner going. Rolled over softly to the first baseman, tossed on over to the pitcher, steps on the bag, and that will do it for the Royals here in the fifth. To the bottom of the fifth we go. It's the Woodpeckers 2 and the Royals 2 right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We'll be back right after this. To the top of the fifth we go. Eddie Sullivan leading off for the Woodpeckers. That ball's blowing away. That ball ripped sharply into left field and will be down for a base. And Eddie Sullivan is aboard with a leadoff single.
Come on, see. Go. Hey, see. Come on, lefty. Come on, kid. Gotta get the two, kid. Two in field. Come on, see. Big time right here.
We got Mike Zern. Ooh, let's get a name, Mike Z. That ball's pumped in there for strike one.
Hey, see.
Pick off attempt at first, nothing doing.
See, come on, kid.
Ball low and away. Two and one to Z. That ball fouled away.
Hey, battling up there, Z. Battling.
Count will even up.
I was picking up through the empty water bottle.
And ball's high. And the count will run full. Top of the order, due up next for the Woodpeckers. That ball is going to be flared in the shallow. It's going to fall for a base hit. And Z's on base with the single. And the Woodpeckers are threatening here in the bottom of the fifth. Coming up next with nobody out, 2 on, Jack Keeler. Looking to set the table for this top part of the Woodpeckers order.
Hey, keep me on the pass ball now. Get one in the third, Eddie. Yeah, gapper 1-8. Try me a gapper 1-8.
Hey, good hitter
Get
here.
over here with the gapper.
Ain't gonna double you off.
Hey,
And I bunt one down. 0-1.
Hey, battling up there, Jack. Come on now. Come on, 1-8. Come on, 1-8. Pick me up, kid.
Hey, good hitter. Come on, turn on me.
Keeler gets a bunt down and it rolls just foul.
Coward. Pick it up. Touch strong, baby.
Hey, that's 10 in the league with 2 strikes, kid. Come on, baby.
Is that a stat? Is that a confirmed stat? Is that a confirmed stat? Is that a confirmed stat? Okay, no, that's Some coach, my old high school coach preached that. And I was like, you're the dumbest coach I've ever met. That's why I'm quitting. 0-2. That ball grounded sharply. Tough play for landing at third. And everybody will be safe. Third base coach. Calling it like it is. Best hitter in the league with 2 outs. We'll give it with 2 strikes and 2 outs. And 2 outs. 2 strikes and 2 outs. Up next, Jack Newman.
On the line drive.
Base hit, swung on and missed.
Yep, kid.
Go, Jake Newman.
That ball's going to be thrown into left field. Third base hit. Rounding third and heading home. And he is safe on the 2 RBI single by Jack Newman. Mike Z and Eddie Sullivan score. And the Woodpeckers take a 4-2 lead. Unfortunately, we got a guy down. Coming in trying to make a tough play.
Sloppy.
Yeah, exactly. Even starting to drizzle now right here. Hope we can finish this one. Newman with a base knock. 2 RBI, still nobody out.
Score, Steve. Hey, baby.
I'm running down the line with him. Whoa. I'm trying to slow you out of him.
Looks like Ricardo Martinez walking back in. Running out to play number 42. No idea. Randy Dennett due up next. Still nobody out here. The bottom half of the 5th.
Come on, Randy, let's go. Hey, throw me some curveballs in the cage. Yeah, 4-2. Randy, let's go. 4-2. Up 2, no outs. All right, Randy, get into one here, kid. Come on, Randy, make it hurt, kid. That's the fan of the night here. Let's go.
The Royals have been clinging to the lead all night, and now the Woodpeckers have regained it. Well, actually, let's be honest, they never had it, but they have now taken it, and that was a ball low.
Hey, Randy.
That ball's bumped in there for strike 2. As that ball misses. 2-1 on Dunnett. That ball taken high. 3-1. 3-1 the count. Cal Tate laboring out there now. Could use a nice ground ball here. Fouled away. Now the count runs full. Dunna has a full count. Nobody out. 2 on. Woodpeckers lead 4-2. Swung on and missed, and Dunna goes down swinging. And coming up next for the Woodpeckers, Rich Caparelli.
Hey, Rich Cap.
Caparelli swinging. Down trailing 0-1 on the foul ball. That ball pumped to the outside.
Jackson, go, here we go.
1-1 on Rich. That ball misses inside. 2-1 the count. All the way.
Almost hit the GoPro with that one.
Hey, battle of 10. Let's go.
2-2 count. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will be 2 away for Mike Clark.
Hey, Clarky.
Woodpeckers holding a 4-2 advantage here in game 1. That ball's pumped in there for strike 1. Calte battling his way back here. Back-to-back strikeouts. And now he's forced 2 away and can really limit the damage here. That ball ripped into left center field, and that's going to get down and split the gap. Rounding second and heading home is Keeler. Rounding third, he's going to hold them. Oh, and he calls him out. One run will score to end the inning. One run will score the inning, and the Woodpeckers lead 5-2. We'll be back for the top of the 6th. To the top of the 6th we go. Leading off the inning for the Royals, number 10, Charlie King. Ground ball softly into the grass. Second baseman gloves it, tosses on over to first. That is the first out of the inning. One away here, top 6.
All good. All good. Oh, Jimmy, let's go, kid.
Go up next, number 23, Maurice Dorsey. No relation to Glenn. That ball's pumped in there for strike 1. That ball's pumped in there for strike 2. Janish comes set. Ball ripped sharply. Glove by the shortstop. Strong toss to first. And that is the second out of the inning. Eddie Sullivan stopping that ball in its tracks with a strong throw over first. That's a second out here in the 6th. Beautiful play. Coming up next for the Royals, number 1 for Orlando Toomer. Two away for the Peckers. The ball's in there for a strike. That ball rolled over, gloved by the first baseman. Blake takes it there himself, and that will be the third out of the inning. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It's the Woodpeckers 5 and the Royals 2. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We'll be back right after this. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Woodpeckers 5, Royals 2. Right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We appreciate you tuning in this evening. I apologize if you have comments in the chat. Corey Blake leading off. That ball is ripped sharply into right field for a leadoff single. Oh!
Come on, New York! Come on, help me out on that! That's a brutal call!
He called him safe. Okay.
All night, Wayne!
Mistaken call. So Corey Blake reaches safely. Coming up next, number 28, Dino Cristofaro. Ball's down low for ball 1. 1-0 to Cristofaro. That ball grounded sharply. Rolling foul. 1-1 to Cristofaro. Coming up on the 2-hour mark here. That ball bounces. 2-1. Dino. Takes that for strike 2. Even did the count of 2 apiece. That ball grounded sharply, gloved by the shortstop. Tossed to second for 1, back over to first. And that is a double play. 5-4-3 twin killing. That was 6-4. It was 6-4. He just looked like he was playing third. 6-4-3. That's absolutely good. The shift is in full effect. Coming up next, Joe Caparelli. 6-4-3 double play. That ball skied high on the infield. The pitcher under it, gloves it, and that will do it for the Woodpeckers in the bottom of the sixth. To the top of the seventh we go. It's the Woodpeckers 5 and the Royals 2 right here on twitch.tv/CNMSBL. We'll be back right after this. To the top of the seventh we go. The Woodpeckers hold a 5-2 advantage. We appreciate all of you tuning in to twitch.tv/CNMSBL. Leading off for the Royals is Luis Quezada. Trailing by 3, the Royals need to rally. Woodpeckers looking to seal game 1 here of the championship series. The first pitch from Janish is low for ball 1. That ball pumped in there, strike 1. That ball ripped sharply into center field for a base hit and gets out of the board with the leadoff single. Nobody out here, runner on first. Coming up next for the Royals is Rick Malott.
Boys, get out. Battle, Big Jim. Let's go.
That ball grounded back up the middle. Rounding second and heading to third is Toomer. And he will be on third safely. As the Royals have runners on first and third. Nobody out. And coming up to the plate next is number 9, Marco Acevedo.
Big Jim. First and third. Base side. Hit that first base side, Jimmy, on the bunt. Run out. Here we go, Randy. Come on, Jim.
The Woodpeckers will trade runs for outs. Bunt attempt taken in there for strike 1.
Hey, good spot, baby, Big Jim.
And ball misses just high. Got a 1-1 count on Acevedo. Acevedo takes that down and in part of the zone. 1-2 the count. That ball misses high and inside. 2-2 to Acevedo. That ball taken on the outside part of the plate, and down goes Acevedo. One away here.
Big Jim, let's go.
And coming up next, number 6, Glenn Russell. Russell on a base hit his last plate appearance. Still got runners on first and third. And ball taken low. Want to know the count? That ball scalded in the left field. Inside the left fielder, Schmidt grabs it. And a run will tag up from third and score. Toomer comes in on the sacrifice fly, but a big second out for the Woodpeckers as they are now only 1 out away from clinching game 1. And due up next for the Royals, number 20, Don Evans.
Hey, Big Jim, go now.
That ball's in there for strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count. Don Evans, the last hope in this game. 5-3, the Royals are trailing. That ball ripped foul. And now they're down to their final strike. What an excellent game 1 here, ladies and gentlemen. The Royals scored 2 in the top of the first. And were able to hold the Woodpeckers scoreless. The Woodpeckers got 1 back in the bottom half of the second. Then tied the game. And let it on the outside part of the plate. And down goes Evans. And the Woodpeckers take game 1 of this championship series in the CNMSBL playoffs. The final from Oakton. The Woodpeckers 5 and the Royals 3. We'll be back later on. Have a good night, everybody.